and fiction. I've written some screenplays. I began to write a novel about the ballroom scene with Danny Ninja now, who was Chastity Infinity, transgender person back then, and had a real interesting life story. It became, I should say, Chastity's life story became such a larger picture that we created one of the most well-known novels to ever be written about house music or the ballroom scene. It's called A Rose So That It May Rain by Chastity Infinity and JAMO LORSWAL. That's how I got introduced to the ballroom scene.
Word. Yes, shout out to, that is my darling brother, by the way. Yes. Okay.
Mine too.
Yes, darling. Tell us more a little bit. Okay, so that's the background behind yourself, you know, a little interesting. Okay, who were your inspiration? Who were your inspirational gay writers, let's say it like that?
Okay. Well, that's an interesting question. I've actually got to meet a lot of the heroes in my life. James Baldwin's not one of them, although I love James Baldwin's work. He was the first openly gay African-American writer to gain notoriety in the world. In fact, he had to move to Paris, France, to really pursue his career, both in journalism and fiction writing. So James Baldwin is a very fine, excellent writer who's been a huge influence on my own work. Also, I would mention Allen Ginsberg, an openly bisexual writer and poet, and even activist in the 60s and 70s. So I'd say Allen, who I've met a few times, so that was a pleasure to meet him. And there are many others.
Wow. How did you first come into contact with you know, the Village in New York City and the LGBT community?
When I was 16 years old, I started going over the tunnel, you know, into New York City to explore into from New Jersey, where I was born in Kearny, New Jersey. We'll mention that town once more tonight. The city was fascinating to me. As I wandered around with my friends and stuff, of course, we would been drawn to the Village, as most kids are drawn to see the action in the Village. And of course, you come across Gay Street, and you come across the famous Christopher Street.
Yes,
there,
the legendary.
The legendary is right. Yep, absolutely. And you know, and they're all hanging out in the street there, and everybody's in their leather chaps, and you know, you just can't mistake Christopher Street for anywhere else in the world. And you know, I just, that was my first introduction to gay culture, just seeing it firsthand, which is, you know, one real way to get it. And then I didn't really involve myself again into my 20s when I did meet Chastity, and we began to work on that book. And then we fully immersed ourselves into studying all aspects of gender variance and the subcultures.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of years of even scientific study, I would say.
Wow, very interesting. How did you come into contact with the ballroom scene and the ballroom scene community then?
Well, I began to, we wanted to be very realistic about writing about the characters. Many of the characters in A Rose So That It May Rain, which is available, you know, you can get that through Amazon and stuff, or order it from your bookstore. Many of the characters are real-life people, just slightly fictionalized, okay? We wanted to tell the real-life story of New York 90s house culture, house music culture, and the ballroom scene. So I started going to ballrooms and to balls, you know, to experience that culture fully head-on and get involved in there. Although I've never walked a ball myself, I was a bit shy to do so. You know, I was there cheering on. I got to see some of the greats. You know, I saw William, you know, Bell Jordan at my first ball I ever went to. He drove a big car, big old ancient, you know, vehicle up onto the stage and just made a big show.
Wow. And
that was just mind-blowing. So, you know, that was like a moment of aha moment there, that, you know, there's something really interesting going on here.
Yes.
Yep. That's for sure. And then I would go on. I was at the Armageddon Ball, one of the giant balls ever. I was at several other functions that just brought me to the ball.
The Magnifique ball.
Yeah.
Amazing. So exactly how long have you been, following, the ballroom scene?
This started in 1995, so I'm actually at the 20-year mark.
Wow. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
By the way.
Yeah, it's exciting because I've seen a lot of changes, and I've seen a lot of good things change. I think I've seen a lot of the younger generation with a very, very very goal-oriented, and this is very powerful to see that young people are looking to be successful both in society and in the culture that they come from. That's very heartening to me. I see a lot of that in the younger children.
Wow. That is something else. That's amazing.
I'm going to give you. Yeah, go ahead and ask. Yep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You have a question?
I was going to go to the next question, but if you have something to say before I move on, go ahead.
No, I think that's good. We can just step it. Yep.
All right, cool. Then I wanted to ask you, who are the founding fathers, mothers, pioneers, and original ballroom participants from different cities in the state of New Jersey?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is something that I worked a little bit to create a list here for you and the listeners, because I wanted to acknowledge and give a shout out to these folks who are the New Jersey House founders and original competitors, and who created the scene in New Jersey. Many of them who were close friends of mine. So I do want to shout out to them, and if you don't mind, I'll go down the list and mention those people.
Word. All right. Let's give these shout-outs, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So this is a shout-out to Mother Erica Shade. Mother Erica Shade, a well-known person in Newark, New Jersey, the big city of Newark, New Jersey, which borders Elizabeth, the port city. And Mother Erica Shade was well-known as a community fashion designer and a forerunner of the House of Shade.
Wow. What?
We have Father Bernie Jordan from Newark, New Jersey. Another father.
Amazing.
Andre 3B Shade, another member of the House of Shade. Andre's from Elizabeth.
Okay.
Going further, want to mention Angel Richards Vizcaya. Angel hails from Newark. Yes, Angel hails from Newark. And a member of the House of Vizcaya.
Yeah, shout out to House of Vizcaya.
Yes. Now we're going to go to another house here, an early house, Jean Paul Fields of the House of Fields. Jean grew up in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And Erin Andrea Exotique. Here's another house. Wow. Elizabeth.
Yes.
Somebody that you'll know, Gerard Scarface Ebony from Irvington.
Yes.
Going down the list here that we've created is Tyrone Hines Prestige. House of Prestige.
Shout out to the House of Prestige in the building, yes.
Michael Shade, another Shade. And our mutual friend Danny, Tiberius Ninja, Aka back in the day, Chastity Infinity, who later became even a Latex, House of Latex, in the House of Latex project in New York City.
Yes. House of Latex in the building. Yes.
We're going to, one of our friends, Little Dennis, went by the moniker of Denasia La Beja. Yes. The House of Latex. Big Dennis, another good friend, a close friend of ours, Andromeda, Corey, so a member of the original house of Corey. Dennis originally hails from Elizabeth and did also become a Latex.
Yes.
We already mentioned William Bell Jordan of the House of Jordan and the many, many balls of the Jordan House crew down in Newark, New Jersey.
Work.
We must mention Mother Ariel Exotique, also from New Jersey, of the House of Exotique. Yes, and Raymond X-Ray Fields from my hometown of Kearney, New Jersey.
Next.
Tina Doll Fields. She's from Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, Jersey in the building.
And someone, a real great name in the ballroom scene is Hope Dominatrix Ninja Fields.
Wow.
Also originally from Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, New Jersey. Wow, amazing.
Now get this, Viviana Pendarvis, yet another house, the House of Pendarvis.
Viviana Pendarvis, baby.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
In the house.
Brienda Bianco La Beja, Extravaganza, originally from the Bronx, but came to Elizabeth. Yes, indeed. Sean Dawkins Jordan. Phantom Ninja from Elizabeth.
Word.
Ricky Crespo Extravaganza from New Jersey.
Wow. Extravaganza power.
Oh, yes. And Marco Hall, shout out to Marco Exotique, born in Newark, New Jersey.
Wow.
And we're coming to the closer of the list. There's a few more we have to mention. Yolanda Jordan.
Right. All right, for Miss Yolanda Jordan, eating up the clubhouse. The dramatic thought, honey.
Yeah, all right, yes.
I know that, right? Just, I don't like to.
That's all right. And we've got Allura Jordan as well. We did want to mention Allura.
Allura, baby. Jordan. She was sick me. She is sick me.
We're going to mention Shahid Hobson Grandeur of the House of Grandeur.
Ooh, yes! Down.
And there you have it, folks. That's New Jersey.
All right. There's so many. I didn't know there was so many on that list.
There's so many, and just think of all the others who were house members that we didn't have time to mention tonight, that performed at the balls, that put the balls together, that are just part of the scene entirely. So many other folks as well.
Wow. Amazing. So, now that we got, the legendary list down.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one second. What was the first ball you've attended? Let's get into that.
The first ball I ever attended was a Jordan ball. It took place in a small club in Newark, New Jersey, and it was just stunning because it wasn't a big space, so we're kind of crowded for space. But like I said, William Bell Jordan did drive up onto the stage in a classic